Hello, everyone, or no one. I didn't set this up like ahead of time. I just decided to do it at the last minute. So, um, hopefully, people will catch the replay. I hope. Um, but uh, I'm gonna wait like a minute, maybe 30 seconds or so, just because I don't want to start talking and then somebody pop in and lose my train of thought because I'm real good at that. Hey, Roundhouse, because there are a couple things that I would like to say. Um, and no, this is not a drama thing or whatever. So, um, no offense, but if anybody comes in, hey Beverly, and thinks that that's what this is about, it's not about drama. Um, I just want to say, um, first and foremost, uh, the live that happened the other day, I was not prepared for that. Um, I had no idea that this lady was going to actually come on my panel. I mean, if you guys listen to the entire live, you can tell at the beginning, Devious wanted to speak very briefly to people that uh, love her and people that are sub to her. She wanted to speak to them directly. Hello, Bell Bell. Hello. Um, you know, but she just wanted to do a quick, you know, 3 4 minute version of why she did what she did, before she did her own live. And I was perfectly okay with that, you know. No, it's not like she popped up there and out of nowhere. Like it is what it is. But I never expected that lady to come in my chat, much less on my panel. Now, I do want to say this. Um, Mom, if you're listening, I did. I'll be honest. I did watch your live, and I heard where you said, you know, respectfully, you knew more about this lady than I do, and you are correct. You are absolutely correct, and I don't have a problem with you like outing the lady. I don't, because I made it very clear on my panel. I talked to that lady one time. I don't know anything about her. So I've never uh, said anything like, oh well, so and so shouldn't cover this because I don't know the lady. I don't know shit about the lady. Didn't know shit about the lady. All she did was further confuse me with her answers because to me she was not answering the questions. She was just dodging around every question that was asked of her. Um, hey Sammy, hey CNET. Um, yeah, CNET, I know because sometimes I just I'll set a time and then sometimes it's just like when something hits me, like I just hit the live button and I don't set a time. I just I know there's things I want to say or explain or something of that nature, so I just hit the live button. But as I said, I I don't know anything about this woman. Obviously, Bomb knows a lot about this lady. I've never said like I know more about her. I don't know shit about her. She came up on my panel. I still don't know shit about her. Um, so I to me that I was so unprepared for that. You guys, like seriously, I was so unprepared. I really was. Um, because I'm not used to like all that. Um, I don't see my little thing working. Hang on. Can y'all hear me? I need to put. Yes, Lori, I was. Can't hear me? Okay, now everybody can hear me? All right, hang on. Oh, my Lord. I may have to restart this. I don't know because I got a phone call, and I think that's probably what messed it up if y'all can't hear me. Oh, man. What did I do? Okay, everybody can hear me? I'm sorry, you guys. I really am. And yes, my kids are outside playing, and so you're gonna hear them. That's a given. Um, okay, thank you, Cena, because that's what's going on. The kids are having a good time. Um, that puppy, the dog that's barking, is not mine. It's across the road. His name is Rattler, and he and I are close friends. I bring him treats all the time. That's probably why he's barking, because he's like, "Where's my pig ear lady?" But I did want to say that, um, Mom, I'm sure you know way more about this lady than any of us do. Um, so I honestly, you know, the anger toward me. I mean, I get it. It is what it is. Um, but I'm not disagreeing that you have every right in this world to cover this lady or do whatever. Like because I don't know her. I really don't. Hey, Mint Mama. Um, and for anybody else that knows anything about her, you know, please warn people, because apparently this is a pattern that she has been doing for a very long time. Um, and I hate that it happened to a couple of my friends, and I just really hate that. But apparently she's been doing this for a long time. So, you know, I'm not the YouTube end all be all over here. I was not prepared for that live whatsoever. Um, honestly, I was not. I was prepared for Devious to give her subs that are in here a 2 or 3 minute, you know, which she did, and then the lady came in, and then it kind of went from there. So that was not planned. Didn't know that was going to happen, but it did, and it is what it is. But I'm. Hey, make it make sense. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. But the thing I would like to say is, I didn't. If you go back, and I mean, I don't dirty delete anything, but if you look at the title of the video, it's literally like, let's have a chat or something like that. All subjects welcome, and that's what it was. So no, it wasn't planned. It wasn't intended. It just happened, and you know, I'm guessing if any of y'all know anything, hey Suzanne. Um, oh, hey Tilly, and also I want to say this to every one of y'all in here, which I already do this. I am very, very, very careful of new people popping up in my chat, of things like. Oh my. Can you? No, seen it before. I never. That was not the case at all. I was literally coming on here to just have a talk, a chit chat, a hangout sesh, or whatever, like I always do. And then all that happened. So at this point, it is what it is. It happened. But um, I'm I've never said Mom shouldn't talk about the part she knows about the lady, or anybody else that knows anything on this lady, because I don't know anything on her. Why she chose my panel to finally come on, I don't know. I can't answer that either. Um, but it's been sitting on me heavily in my chest for the last couple of days, and it's like I don't know if people think that I knew that lady was going to come up or whatever, but I had no idea. I had no idea. Um, and it just kind of went from there. But I will say this, and it does sadden me a little bit. I'll be honest. Hey, Lori, and Lori, I have. Oh my gosh, Hunty, I have been unpacking for like a day and a half now, and I'm trying my best to pick one canvas to start on. You know, so uh, seen it before. I don't mean it like that. Um, that's what I mean. You just want conversation and things like that. But what I'm saying is, like, if somebody is very adamant about like asking me constantly for my phone number or something like that, that's going to set off, alarms in my head, if that makes any sense. But no, I think we're all, the majority of us enjoy being like in chats just to talk to other people and say hi to people and, feel like you are, for someone like me that doesn't really leave the house much. For me, it's like saying hi to a bunch of people. I don't look at it as, um, oh, I don't know you. I don't really know you. Not saying I would share my whole life with you, but it's nice to see you guys and talk to you guys and have like adult conversation. Hey, Fancy, thank you for being here. Um, I enjoy the conversation as much, if not more, than you guys do. That's what I enjoy about having a channel is that I feel like I can, you know, just talk and say hi. And whether it's 2 viewers or 200, I don't care because it's like I'm talking to someone, you know. Hey, Bell Bell. Um, no, Lori, see, I can't do that. I want to start on one that has like a big flower or something big, so that way I don't get. I'm afraid my anxieties and my frustration will get to me if I start with one that has little tiny details. Too many of those little tiny details. So I want to grab one that's like a huge flower or something. But I am going to start a diamond art tomorrow, and my goal is since I'm going to start it on a Friday, I want to have it done by Monday. Because I mean, of course, you guys know, Saturday night I'm gonna have to stay up like till whenever after the boys go to sleep because Easter Bunny has to come and all that stuff. I say that quietly because they're over there. So, while I'm waiting on them to go to sleep, what better to do than a diamond art painting, right? Right. I'll say it myself, right? But I just wanted to clear that up. Not talk too much on it. Um, but yeah, I was not expecting that. Was not prepared for it. Bomb. I've never said I don't think you have the right to speak on the lady. I've never said that out of my mouth. And if somebody told you that, then I mean, I would say check into who said it to you, because I've never said that. It's very apparent that you know a lot more about this lady than I do, or anybody that was on my panel does. So uh, I didn't say that. Um, and for anybody else that knows about the lady, you know, I wouldn't say that to you. Um, hey, hey, down, down, down. Thank you. So, um, where's Suzanne? See, I don't see a Suzanne. I don't see a Suzanne. Oh, Suzanne. Okay, I see you up there now. Hey, Suzanne. Thank you for being here, honey. Um, I did. Did. Um, but um, I did feel bad afterward, because there were a lot of questions still left in chat for that lady. And the stolen valor thing got me. I had to even like mute myself for 3 or 4 minutes just to breathe and calm down, because I didn't want to, uh, even though I did say some cuss words, I didn't want to come completely out of character when she said that. Um, and I do apologize for the ones that wanted questions answered, that I had to tell her to go. But I know my limit, and that was my limit. And, I'm sure I could have had another 4 hours with people asking questions, but that had me. That was it. Yes, seen it before. We need like FBI tape, the the red string and the paper clip, or not paper clips, the push pins. Just stick on the board and just, I mean, seriously, seriously, we really need that kind of situation going on. Putting red strings from this to that with push pins, because like I'm still so confused. To be honest, I really am. I understand that this lady has been doing this for a while and is pretty much not a good person. Um, but I'm still just as confused as I was before she ever came up on my panel. Because I'm like, you didn't answer anything really. You kind of, somebody would ask you a question, just like the question about her, you know, and the whole, and I'm not going to say the lady's name, God rest her soul, but you guys know who I'm talking about. When the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, uh, I never stalked or got a restraining order from that lady. Okay. And I think I even said, because I don't remember a lot, to be honest, but I think I even said, okay, hold on. Because nobody brought that up until you just brought that up. Yeah, exactly, Lori. I do think it was Bomb's question. And as far as Bomb, I did hear you say that I had asked you to be respectful in chat, and other people were being disrespectful. Why I said that is I didn't want the lady to leave the panel because I wanted y'all's questions asked, and you were, saying things like you're a fuck bitch and things like that. That's what I meant. It wasn't that you were going after anybody, because I honestly, at that point, I was so overwhelmed. I wasn't even. I don't even know what was going on in chat, to be honest. Okay, like I'm just being honest. I just seen that comment, and I tried to remove the comment, but instead put it on my screen. That's what I was talking about. Just, because I didn't want it to come across as, because she kept saying, I'm just going to go. And to me, that's the, excuse my language, that's the pussy way out, to just say, well, I'm just going to go. And that's why I was like, no, 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 calm down, calm down, calm down, breathe, calm down, you know, but it is what it is at this point. But I just, that's really not what my channel's about. Y'all know I just sit here and talk shit and plant plants and, do the most random shit. And, um, hush, ma'am, I'm fine. Um, and also, one more thing I want to say. I think the comment was made something about, uh, to be fair, uh, Nicole, which, yes, that's my name, but I don't go by that on here. So that was kind of rude. Um, but uh, to say, I don't need your content to have content. I've said many times on my channel here, um, I don't have no content. My content is talking to people and planting stuff, and that's it. So I've never claimed to have content or anything like that. But I'm asking nicely that you would, when you do address me, to please address me as my channel name, because I address you in that way respectfully. Um, so just because you know my name doesn't mean it should be, said on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. Um, and hopefully, that's taken the way it's meant, because it's not meant in a hateful way, but that's not my name on here. My name is Nux Sandwich. So Nux is fine, Sandwich is fine, whatever. But my legal names, uh, yeah, kind of don't do that. Yeah, you do, Lori. You do. Yeah, I've seen it before. That's all I'm saying. And I don't mean it in a hateful way. I'm just saying, like, I don't call you by your birth given name, nor would I ever. I call you Bomb or Bombshell, but mostly Bomb, because it's short and I'm country, and that's just what we do. We always shorten shit. That's how we do it. You know. That makes sense that she needed to be protected. Yeah, Suzanne, I think you're correct. But I, at the time, um, the things that were sent to the two people that were, trying to help her, um, they do show her side. But again, since that happened, like, other sides of her have come out by other people, and it shows a pattern of that kind of behavior. So, um, you know, it sucks, because I know the people that were trying to help her did it with a whole heart. They weren't trying to cause any, trouble or anything like that. And it just bit them in the ass, and it sucks. Hey, Bad Medicine, it sucks. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. It sucks. Um, yes, Lori, I agree. She had every right to be ticked off. Um, I didn't want the lady to leave the panel. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Because I did tell her when she first came up there, like, I'm not gonna let nobody attack you, or whatever. So I was trying to stick to what I said to her, but the more she talked, the madder I got. And I think I even asked her, like, I just got a question. You have all these names, and the common denominator is you. Like, what does that tell you? Because I'm sorry, I've never had to change my name on here. Well, I mean, I did, but it was Kay with something to say that said, "Oh my gosh, your last like your name is Nux in Nux. Um, it's like a Nux sandwich." And I was like, "Oh, I love that name." So that's where I got the name from. It wasn't excuse me. It wasn't something that I just thought of one day. Somebody mentioned it, and I said, "Oh, I love that name, and I think I'm going to use that." And I did. I did. Yeah, and saying it before, that's why I'm going to be very cautious of people that show up in here. Um, just because of that. Uh, Lori, I'm exactly. If I wasn't that way, Lori, I would have started like however you kick people out. I would have started just kicking people. But I can't sit here and say all subjects are welcome, which that was my title. Let's chat, all subjects welcome. That meant like subjects as far as plants, bad days, good days, whatever it may be. Um, but I can't promote that. And then if I see people in chat just because they don't like me, be like, "Oh, you can't be here because you don't like me." Like that's hypocritical. I couldn't do that. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, yeah. I hope so, Roundhouse. I hope so. But yeah, yeah. That, like that's all I can say is I will always stand for what's right, and or do my best anyway. And you know, I'm blocked on Bomb's channel, which is fine. I understand. Like I get it. It's okay. It's not something I'm mad about. But uh, that doesn't mean that when I seen her come in and ask a question that I'm just going to automatically say you have to go. I'm not going to do that. And if that makes me a bad person, then I guess I'm a bad person. But I can't say one thing and do another. If that makes any sense to any of you guys. The one person that I truly will never allow on my panel, even when I say everyone's welcome, uh, Scooter, that don't include you, honey. So if you ever try to get up on my panel or you ever try to get in my chat, you don't. I'm just telling you now. I'm not on that train of letting you speak even one time. You cannot speak at all. Your voice is not needed here at all. Not even in chat. Sorry, but yeah, that's literally bad medicine. That's all I ask is just be respectful. And if two people are from two different sides of the coin, just block each other so you don't have to see what each other's saying, or however you want to do it. But love you, baby. Come on, but don't sit in the chat and just keep fighting back and forth. That's what I don't want to happen. I want everybody to have a place. So if you don't like somebody, just block them so you don't see their comments. And that solves it right there. So thank you, Suzanne. I, and I didn't even know that was going to happen. That's what I'm saying, because I didn't know anything about this lady until she came up there, and then lies on lies on lies, got called out and called out and called out. And then obviously she was in Bomb, or she was, close with Bomb and some people over there. So Bomb knows a lot more about who she really is and all this stuff. Um, but I didn't know any of that. I didn't know anything about her. You know. Well, yeah, Suzanne. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but uh, like I said, I can't speak one thing and my actions be another. I'm that's how I am. I do get told, "Hey, fix the dent." I do get told that I overshare too much or I tell too much about my life and myself. And um, I responded with this comment to this person. I, I don't know if that's something I can change about myself. That's just who I am. Um, you know, if I said something bad about you, I'm going to tell you I said it. And I'm going to tell you why I said it. You can accept it or not accept it. That's on you. But I'm going to own up to it and tell you, yes, this is what was said. If the wrong narrative is being spun, I'm going to come tell you, no, that's not true. I actually did say something, and this is what I said. You know, um, so that's just who I am, and I can't help it. Um, yeah. See, hey, Barbie D, honey, to throw shade at Jenny. She just couldn't be respectful. Yeah. See, fix it in. I honestly, I don't know. I really, believe me or not, that's up to y'all. I was so overwhelmed, so overwhelmed. I'm used to having my just sit back, porch time, smoke my cigarette, talk about the yard or the plants that we've been planting, listen to y'all, talk back and forth with y'all. When all that happened, I mean, damn. That's like sitting in 90-degree weather and a snowstorm happening. Like I didn't know, and I still, at this point in time, if it happens again, I don't know how to handle it. I'm just not built that way. I don't know how to handle shit like that. You know. Well, thank you, Suzanne, because I was very overwhelmed, very overwhelmed. Because I was learning things about this lady, and I'm trying to understand, and I'm trying to like get questions to be asked, and then it was just too much. It was too much. Yeah, yeah, Barbie, it was. It was. Rolled off like water. Ooh, goodness. But see, I didn't. Yeah, shit flies straight out of the left field. Like literally, y'all can look at the first 20 minutes of the live or however long it was. And Devious was talking about cooking her meatball sliders that she watched, as she calls her, Mary Andy make. And then, we were cutting up about something and all this. And she gave a little, 2 or 3 minute explanation of, guys, I want y'all to know I didn't do this to hurt anybody. This girl told me she was being bullied severely and I wanted to help her and all this stuff. And I thought that was the end of it. And then this lady comes in my chat. You're right, Tamika. You are absolutely right. And that's what I'm saying. Um, I would never say to Mom, like, because she said on her live, like, respectfully, I have more right than any of you. And I'm not denying that at all. But I didn't know the lady was coming on my panel. Like, I had no idea. I didn't even know she was going to come in my chat, to be honest with you. But I would never say that Mom doesn't have every right to call that lady out and show whatever it is, you know, she has and all that, because I don't know nothing about her. Oh, and y'all, I hope I can say this on here, but do y'all see my profile picture right there? Because I have a funny story. Well, it's not really a story. It's just what that flower is called. Can anybody see the purple flower? That, and you can look it up. It's called a clitoris flower, and the scientific name is like clitorium something, but it's called a clitoris flower, y'all. And I had those all over my yard. I love them. They're climbing flowers. No, it's not an iris, Suzanne. It's called a clitoris flower. I see it. I It's hard for me to get that word out of my mouth. No, they're Suzanne. They're little flowers. It's a climbing vine, so it grows really big, and those are little flowers that are all over it. But yes, they are c- clitoris flower, clitoris flowers is what they're, and their scientific name is something like. I mean, y'all can Google it right now. It's clitorium or something like that. Yeah, I just. I've had some weird flowers. This was at my old house. This is one of the pictures I took. Um, but yeah, these are things that I used to get. Like I seriously, I find something that people are like, I'll Google funniest plant names or funniest, whatever, and I'll buy them just because it was called that plant. The little muffin man plant. I just call it a muffin man because it's like he's in a muffin or whatever. You get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Barbie. It's not coming out like it's just not. It's not coming out like it just don't roll off the tongue. Um, but that's what it's called, Barbie. I'm not like making that name up. That's what it's called. Yeah, Lori, I get it. I get it. Do you know fruit trees? Apple tree that has done really well for 5 years is now suffering. Um, Seen it before. Is it planted in your yard? And if so, if it's planted in your yard, um, is it planted near any other trees or move, Sophie, bushes or anything like that with strong roots? What is okay? Yeah. I know. I started some mess, didn't I, Lori? My bad self. So bad over here. Hmm. Anyway, I hope my explanation while I'm waiting on Cenet's answer. Um, I hope my explanation is good enough because I mean that's really the only way I can explain it is truthfully. Wasn't prepared for the shit. Still don't even really know how it happened, and it did. But okay, okay. Then you may your roots from that apple tree may be outgrowing. If it's next to other trees, you got to space it out. Yeah, Suzanne, she's a hot ass dummy mess. Okay, there we go, Barbie D. Little man in the boat. But it's a beautiful, beautiful, and you can get them in pink, purple, red, yellow, orange. They come in all colors. All of them. They come in all the colors. The pink one, I'm just saying I probably wouldn't do because it might look really strange if somebody drives by your house. But purple's my favorite color, so I try to get dark purple on everything. And I might need to order another one of those because they climb so well and they cover so much area. I need to get another one. Yeah, I understand seeing it, but I think you said it was 4 or 5 years old. The roots under the ground are are more than 10 feet, if that makes sense. So if it's running into something else that's taking its supply, it is going to die. So I'm sure it's pretty big, and you probably can't move it. Um, but yeah, you might lose that one. Do you want to go in, sir? You can. Go ahead. Yeah, that her mom, like the way her mom is on the phone, that's how her mom is in real life. Like she'll, Devious will ask her a question, and she'll say, I don't fucking know. Just shut up. Like, I don't even know. What do you want to know? And she's like, I just ask you a question. And Devious knows the whole time that it's like a question she shouldn't have asked because it'll be like some kind of like thing where she can answer these nuts or something like that. And her mom's just like, um, what the fuck do you want? Why do you keep asking me that? Like, Jesus, what do you want to know? So, yeah, yes, accident. We did too. We did too. Um, the roots will take over. They will. Well, it could be. And if you have a lot of clay, my best suggestion, this is what I had to do with my old backyard. Like, I told y'all it took me 7 years to do what I did, because at that house the soil out back was not great. It was more like a mixture of like red dirt and regular dirt. So I dug it up about 4 feet deep, and then took vermiculite, sand, soil, and filled. I mean, it took me that long, all the way around that whole fence where my pool was fenced in, and then I started planting things because I wanted to make sure they had the best chance of survival, and they did survive and thrive very well. Um, but yeah, if you have a lot of red clay, I would tell you to. You can either get um, a mix like from Lowe's or something, or you can just buy a bag of potting soil and get your vermiculite and sand and all that, and just make better soil for that. No, Barbie, I didn't. I didn't Google kinky flowers. What I Googled, because you got to remember, this was probably 8 years ago when I got this plant. I Googled plants with the funniest names, and that one popped up. So I bought it because I was like, oh my gosh, because they're beautiful. I mean, you can see the flower; they're absolutely beautiful. So I knew somebody would stop and ask me, like, what is that? Because I had three of them. I had three because I didn't know they were going to get so big and wide and climb and all that as good as it did. And I knew people would stop and ask, and of course they did. And I'm like, yeah, so you know, it's a little man in the boat plant. I'll just say it that way because I can't say that C word again. I can't. It just makes my stomach hurt. All right. When would you transplant a hydrangea in the ground? Because we are still in the 20s and 30s at night. Um, Fancy, I would wait. Well, okay. First and foremost, Fancy, um, what you need to do, if it's still in the pot that it came in, is dump that pot and see if the roots are circling at the bottom. Like if you can dump that out and all you see is roots at the bottom of it, you need to go ahead and kind of shake that loose and pull the roots apart so it doesn't die. And then if anything else, just try to put it uh, in a bigger pot or anything that you have and just kind of barely bury it until the weather gets good enough for you to put it outside. Um, because hydrangeas, they will outgrow stuff very quickly. So, like I said, if you dump it out into your hand and all you see is white roots all the way around, you definitely need to loosen them up. Like, take your fingers, it's kind of like hair. You take your fingers in there and you just kind of loosen it so all the roots kind of hang down. Hey, freaking. Yeah, fix it in. That you're right. I think I'm zone 9, I want to say, but I didn't used to be. So now I have to, you know, take that into consideration all the time. But yeah, check them roots, baby, because I don't want it to die. And it will if the roots like fall up too much. It'll just start dying off little by little. Well, thank you, freaking. Love you, honey. Well, hey, baby daddy. I didn't see you come in. Uh, Black. If you can, please post your channel link in here, if you don't mind. Because I'll be honest, I didn't even know you had a channel. Um, I just thought you were like the coolest person ever, and how you ended up over here, I was like, I don't know how she ended up over here. She's cool as hell, but okay. But we did used to talk in other chats. I know that. But please drop your channel link so people can sub up and watch you and all that stuff. Because see, you didn't used to have recipes after your name. Am I right or wrong? I know I'm right. Never mind. Thank you, Bad Medicine. Appreciate it. Ow. What my plant? Oh my gosh. Y'all, Maverick has not been to daycare in like 2.5 weeks. He needs it so bad. Oh, update. Update. I'm going to give this update, but please keep in mind I am giving it cautiously. Okay. But I'm very optimistic. Okay. Baby Nutsy uh, is off the cannula oxygen again. At 3 o'clock tomorrow will be 48 hours that he has been off of it. And that's one of the things that needed to happen was he had to be off of it for 48 hours and eat without the breathing stopping. So there is a possibility that he will come home tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the next day. They're going to wait to do the surgery they have to do until he gets a little bit older and things are a little bit more stable. But my grandbaby will be home in the next day and a half, 2 days. Yes. 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 Yes, Cecilian, it is. I didn't know if I wanted to tell because, you know, I got on here one day so excited and posted a picture and I was like, y'all, there's no tubes, no tubes. And literally that night he had to go back on the tubes again. And I just felt so devastated and I didn't want to share. And then I think I said maybe a 5 second, like, thing on one of my lives. I was like, you know, little setback, but we'll be okay or something like that. But he has, as of tomorrow, um, it'll be 48 hours that he has been off of all oxygen, and he is eating very well. He is not doing the like apnea thing where he's stopping his breathing while he's eating. He's swallowing and breathing at the same time. So, um, my my son and daughter-in-law are very scared, and I can understand that. Um, but like I think I told you guys, I've already told them that um, I will do the night shifts. I will change my sleep schedule, and that way they can sleep at night, even though they have an owlet, which is I think they put it on his toe and it monitors everything and it beeps if something goes wrong. I understand that, but I can sit all night long right there in his room next to his crib and watch YouTube videos or read books or whatever, and then they can get rest and know that somebody's awake and has eyes on him at all times. Or if they put him in the bassinet, I can sit in the living room with him, whatever. Because they do have a 2-year-old daughter as well, so we can't leave Scarly out. Um, so, and she has yet to meet her baby brother. My granddaughter has still not met her baby brother. So this is going to be a big thing for her, and it will be an adjustment, I'm sure. But just through the adjustment period, I want them to be as secure feeling as they can. So, hey, Coco Joe. Yes, yes, Coco. It is. It is. But then you take these little victories and it's so big, you in normal life, like honestly, like, and it sounds bad, and I guess this is why people say you're too honest sometimes. But like with other people, of course you're going to tell them, like, I'm praying for you, I'm sending you good juju, I'm doing all these things. But when it actually is your real life, it's like you celebrate the most minor things because it's such a big deal. And then you realize, okay, that person that was going through this, wow, holy shit, they really went through some shit. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, seen it. I've already told them, listen, I'm staying up a little later each night to get myself, ready for it. Um, Nene will sit there with him, from 9 at night till 6 in the morning, whatever time. If she wants me to wake her up for his feedings, I will. If she doesn't, I won't. But at least they'll have the outlet on him and they'll have actual human eyes, like Nene eyes on him. And Nene ain't gonna let nothing happen to that baby. So, Brenda, he will hopefully be coming home tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So, but I say that cautiously just in case. Um, I'm so sorry, seen it before. I am, and honey, it's like we have this kind of kinship thing because we're both going through. It's different, but it's kind of the same in a lot of ways. Um, so just know I'm here for you, honey. I am, and I do know how you feel as a grandma. Uh, and it's hard. It's very hard to see your grandchildren and know that you can't do anything to make it better. You know, that's right. That's right. Seen it before. That's right. She will. She absolutely will. She absolutely will. And my grandson is going to be climbing trees and getting in trouble with me. And then I'm going to send him home to his mom and dad and be like, don't tell him. Don't tell him we did that. You know? Blacks, I'm sorry to hear that, honey. I am. But you know what? I guarantee you they're healthy now. And that's what I have to like look at is and Blacks, I'm sorry you get to be the example today, but like you went through it 3 times. And so if you can go through it 3 times and everything's okay right now, I can go through it this time. You know what I mean? I can go through it right now and be okay. And that's what I that's why I like when y'all share things like that, because it does give me more like positivity. You know what I mean? It does make me look at things differently. Like, okay, and of course, I knew NICU doctors and nurses like they've done this so many times before. But when it's like your grandchild or your child, it's just different. I don't know. You know that they've done it a billion times before. You know that, but it doesn't matter to you at that point in time. It's like I don't care how many times you've damn done it. This is my grandkid. You know. So, oh, hey, Pallets, how are you, honey? Yeah, Blacks. I mean, my 5-year-old granddaughter. Oh my gosh, that child. Because me and her made a deal. About because she started kindergarten this year, and she does not give up on that deal. I told her I'd give her $5 a week as long as every day in school she didn't get in trouble, she did her work, she did what she was supposed to. I'd give her $5 a week for Robux because that's the only game she's allowed to play. She don't let me forget that. She will call me up in a minute on her mama's phone. Nene, I'm like, yes, P. I call her Peanut, and she's like, I need my $5. And I'm like, what day is it? She's like, Friday. I'm like, no, okay. It is 6:30 in the morning, ma'am. When you get done with this day, then you can call me on your way home on this day. But she don't forget nothing. But she's a lot like her Nene. She's real bossy. She's real straightforward, real blunt. She'll tell you, like, if you get in her face, if you're a stranger and you get in her face and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, she'll say, your breath stinks. And I'm like, oh my God, you can't do that, honey. Oh yes, Blacks. I also have a son that is on the spectrum as well. Yep, that would be her freaking. It's always Nene every time I answer the phone because it's my daughter calling. So of course, at 6 in the morning, I'm gonna answer because I'm like, what's going on? And all I hear is Nene, and I'm like, oh, what is it, Peanut? It's Friday, and I'm like, okay, but you haven't gone to school yet, P. You got to finish today. Stop calling me at 6 o'clock on Friday mornings. You got to finish the day. Damn it. Uh, Seen it before. I had to make a Walmart delivery because Easter got right on by me because B's birthday, my youngest, is on April 3rd. So that's what I've been focusing on instead of thinking Easter was coming. I thought it was after his birthday, and then I got slapped in the face with that. But he's he's going between, all right, I want all this stuff off Amazon, or I just might want $100 to spend on any games that I can. And I'm like, oh my God. Who said, hey, Top Hats? It's good to see you, my friend. It's very good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, yes, Blacks. I've learned, I'll tell you one thing, because my oldest child is almost 28, and my youngest will be 11 on the 3rd. And these two last ones I had after my tubes were tied. Okay. So for any of y'all out there that are like, and Flava, I want you to hear this too, because I know she was laughing about her and her husband. She was like, oh no, these been tied and all. Mine were too. Mine were too, Flava. They sure were. And guess what? I now have a 12 and almost 11-year old. Sure do. So don't jinx yourself, girl. Just saying. Hey, Dean. Hey, just keep it real. Um, but what was I even talking about? Oh, the two youngest ones. I had to learn a lot of patience with them because I was 35 and 36, almost 37 when I had them. And it's not the same when you have a baby at 18 or 21 as it is when you have one at 36. I'm just being honest with you. It's not the same at all. And then I got like I said, I have a granddaughter that's in kindergarten. She's now 6. My youngest son is about to turn 11. So there's not that many years in between them. So yes, I've had to learn patience. I have. And I'm trying my best. I am. I'm trying my best. Mm, buying a book for a week of school. She missed over 40 days last term. Oh gosh. Y'all, Tucker has passed all of his like if anybody's ever been in nursing school, because I haven't, but obviously you have to complete tasks like on little I don't want to call them dummies because I don't want it to sound that way, but mannequins, I guess, is what you call them, medical mannequins. And he passed every one of those. Um, the wound care, the IV, the burn care, there's so many, I don't even know. Did I hear you say you're not bougie anymore with the doggy daycare? He just hasn't been top hats. I mean, it's with the grandson, and I just that's honestly, and it shouldn't be because he needs it because he needs to run free. Um, and I hate to even say that's like far down on my list of things, but you know, oh yeah, Tucker's graduating in December with he'll be an RN in December, and he's very excited, and I'm very excited for him. But yes, top hats, you are correct. He has not been in a couple weeks, but he's going back. Trust and believe that. Oh, Barbie D, I got pregnant twice, 2 times, and not very far apart either. So it can happen. I'm telling y'all, it can happen. Yes, absolutely, top hats. And I don't know if you heard me earlier, but this is what is being told as of right now, and I'm being optimistic. I'm gonna keep positive. He will be coming home either late tomorrow evening or Saturday. They're gonna push the surgery off until he's, a lot more stable, better, and all that stuff. So I may be on overnight duty with my grandson for a little while, but I'll still come on here and give y'all updates and stuff. And yes, I know, top hats. Like, what better news could I possibly get than that? Because that has been weighing on me so heavily. Uh, Freaking, there actually is. Well, I don't know if there is where you live, but the same place that Mavi goes to daycare, they do ferrets, birds. Uh, I don't know why anybody would bring a rat in there, but they will do daycare for rats. Basically any animal. They do daycare for them. So I don't know. Oh, seen it before. I'm telling you. I uh my kids will literally, like, if it's their tooth is barely wiggling, they will work on that sucker all day long until they snatch it out just to get the money. And it'll bleed like hell. And I'm like, that means it wasn't ready to come out. It was supposed to be, you're supposed to let it go for a few days until it got loose enough to come out. It ain't supposed to bleed like that. But y'all just keep on, just snatching teeth out. I mean, damn. Y'all feel something loose and you're like, $10, $20. I'm gonna start putting a quarter under your fucking pillow. Let's see how many teeth you snatch out then. Shit, please. I hope you do catch it. You can send it to me. I've always wanted a hedgehog, not a groundhog, a hedgehog. They just look so cute. I just want one, but not getting one. I'm not devious over here. Like, I think I want another ferret. Okay, I'm gonna get one. No, Maverick's enough. Like, he is enough. I can't stress that. He is. He is a lot. Blacks, I might need to try that because I told them both, y'all need to be careful because y'all might be pulling out your big boy teeth, is what I call them. Like, when they lose a baby tooth and a big boy tooth comes in, I'm like, y'all pull that big boy tooth and it ain't coming back. It ain't coming back. You're going to be whistling when you talk because you're going to have a hole right there in the front. And everything you say is going to whistle out of your mouth. But y'all keep messing around and keep snatching teeth out. That's fine. Walk around here whistling. I don't care. Oh, Barbie D, my goodness. Oh, uh, I need to put the picture on my community post, Barbie, because there is a new couple that are having OEDs. Um, Shad and Milani, I think is their name. And when I put this on my community post after this is over, you are going to die. These dogs are absolutely beautiful, beautiful, and their puppies are coming next month in April. So it's going to be very hard for me because since I did get Maverick, then I will get a nice deal from her. It's going to be so hard for me not to get one of those puppies. I'm just serious. I would. I mean, but Lord, y'all, Maverick is. But I had Moose for so long. I try to remember when he was this age. And I think he was a little wild child too. He did chew on everything. He did try to just pick on you. Basically, just do everything he could to get you to, like, stop it. You know. So I don't think it's that he's trying to be mean or bad. Bless his little ogre heart. Y'all, he has ogre teeth now. They stick out. The big canines on the bottom stick out all the way. Um, but um, I don't think he's doing it just, for that reason. He's just a puppy. Even though he's 70 pounds, he's only 7 months old. So he's a puppy. And when people see him, they're like, there ain't no way he's a puppy. I'm like, do you want to see his papers? He's a puppy. I'm telling you, he's a damn puppy. He, Barbie D, if they're older, maybe. Or if Maverick's older, maybe. But geez, I could not do more than one of him. I mean, for Jesus' sakes, I had to put him in daycare. Like literally, I had to put him in daycare like a whole ass child because I was like, I can't with you every day doing all this. I can't. And so getting well, top hats. Um, I've got some about 10 minutes away from me, and they're free. Oh my God, I love the name Wilson. Wilson. I love that name. That is so cute. Blacks, I used to have a miniature dachshund or dachshund, however you're supposed to say it. I just say dachshund, like Datsun. That's how I say it. But I know, and my neighbors across the road that I share plants with all the time, they have a miniature dachshund. His name is Dapper, and that's Maverick's best friend. And Maverick doesn't understand that he's 55 plus pounds heavier than this little dog. So he just wants to play, and it takes one swipe from Maverick's paw, and it just rolls that dog 3 or 4 times. And my neighbor, she's like, it's okay. Like he's just playing with him. He's not gonna hurt him. And I'm like, no, he's not trying to hurt him. I just don't want Dapper to think he is. And she was like, no, if Dapper thought that, he'd be growling and barking. And I said, well, I hope not, because I think Maverick would probably take him out, just to be honest. Yoshi, because he shredded. Yep. Well, Maverick's name is Maverick, but we call him Mavy. I call him Ogre. I call him Shrek. All kind of stuff now because of the way his teeth have turned out. Because it looks so funny when them two bottom canines are over his top lip. He looks like a bridge troll. Stop it! Leave my plants alone, sir. No, no. Come on, get down. Thank you. Stop. Well, that's his name, Top Hats. Dapper Dan. They just call him Dapper. But his name is Dapper Dan. Get your water bottle. He loves the crinkly sound of a water bottle, y'all. Get it. Yeah, get your water bottle, buddy. All right, guys. I've kept y'all over an hour. But like I said, I just wanted to get on here and kind of explain. What is that noise? Hold on. Okay, can y'all hear me now? But anyway, so I'm gonna get off this live. I don't know what I'm doing myself for the day, just water things and do all that stuff. But I just wanted to kind of explain and let you guys know that that's something I wasn't prepared for, and I was very overwhelmed. So, I hope y'all saw that and everything's okay. Again, hit thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you choose to do. I read all comments, regardless of who they're from. I read all of them. Yes, everyone have a wonderful Easter weekend if I don't talk to you before then. And my email's always open. And comment section's always open. So y'all leave anything you want to say in there and I will read it. So I love you all and I thank y'all for being here. And I hope to see you all soon. Love you guys. Bye.